Welcome, everybody, to the debut edition, the debut running of a LSBES race, the little shitbox enduro series here at the Northern Isle Speedway. We're just going to get to your starting grid right about now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at me. I'm a 48 Cobalt, 28, 27, 2, 14, 7, and 48 lows starting at the back. He missed qualifying. He should be pretty quick. And as we are joined by my, co-analyst, Chase LeBerge.
My
Chase,
dear esteemed broadcast colleague, my name is Chase LeBerge. Glad to be here. And we're underway here at Northern Isle Speedway.
This should be a good race. We've had a little bit of testing here at Northern Isle, but not as much as you... Oh my god!
Oh, and they get wide, and the 27's around in the first lap. Solid start for the 2-7 crew. Pit crew doesn't look too happy on that one.
No.
Weeks of preparation on that car, and he dumps it before he even gets back to the start-finish line.
Fastest lap set by AMS, a 16. Wow, that.
Meanwhile, we'll cut back to the action. Manbar holding the lead right now. There's Fletcher holding second place.
We're just looking just inside it.
Now, Fletch, I want to ask you on this one. You are the commissioner of this league.
I am.
Where did the brainchild of this one come from? And how excited are you for the... Oh, cancel that thought.
The 48 and the 7 go around now. The 9 accidentally put the wrong number on his car, turns out. So he's actually
7
the number
in this
7.
one.
Yeah, he's actually the number 7.
So things shuffling up real fast here. Remember that we said that 48 that started the back. Look, he's already up to third.
Yeah, and he's a professional. Oh, never mind. Turns out he's already up to the
already
lead.
in the lead.
That 28 just took over the lead at the line, and the ticker will be updated every lap at the start-finish line. So if you see your favorite driver in the wrong spot, that is why.
There you go. So just to add to the question I was asking earlier, you're the commissioner of this league, Braden. What made you come up with this series, and how excited are you for the 10-race battle that is the Little
fired up
Enduro Series?
Really fired up. I was doing some GT daily races one day, and we got on this on the Datsun, I believe it is.
Yep,
Datsun 240, and I just fell in love with it, and she's actually a really good car. I feel kind of guilty calling it a shitbox because it's not. There are a lot bigger shitboxes on this game, but she's a good car and a pretty good league name, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you invited us to join this league.
On
and
the inside. He's really holding that 48 car at bay. 48, he's actually a very accomplished Gran Turismo racer in his own right. Races AMS, in some of the nation's cups.
Yeah, the AMS crews, man, they're a bunch of good drivers. And honestly, Robeson there is probably one of the best drivers in our group as well. And that dude knows how to drive a car. He likes a tight car, which is weird, especially in video games especially. I think most of us prefer a loose car. Robeson may be the one guy that actually prefers a tight race car. What do they say? A tight race car is fast, but it's fucking a nightmare to control in the corners.
Yeah, you're not wrong. As we are on board of that number 2 car, My Machine, the Miller Lite Rusty throwback. This series, we don't mandate you to run one car number. We're entering your points under your name and not the car number, because quite frankly, after we got going making paint schemes, I just made too many that I want to run.
Yes. Yeah, you actually made the 248 liveries in this field and the 14 livery in this field.
As we see that 2 car trying to work on the back of that 48. Chase, you raced this race. How is this track and car combo? Is there a lot of letting off, or is it pretty much...
It's a pretty wide open race actually at 300 horses, and it makes it really fun, really easier to pass, I'd say. But you can definitely make 3 lanes work at this track in these cars. You just get that little bit of a tail whip coming out of the corners, a little bit of fishtail, but it's really fun and really fast at this track. And
if you direct your attention to the top right of your screen, you will see the 28, Kyle. He's laying down a pretty fast lap of 15.797. That's going to be pretty tough for anybody to beat.
Yeah, I think in qualifying, our fastest lap was maybe a 10th faster than that even. So to see that in race trend is really, really impressive.
And the top 3, they've pretty much stayed together. I thought that 28 might pull out to a little bit of a lead, but that 28, that 48, and that 2, ooh, as we see both 48 scrub the turn 4 wall.
Yeah, I honestly, and the slipstream is not even up in this one, but you get in behind someone here, it's hard to pull away. Definitely makes for some interesting racing. Because the 2 cars working over the 48 right now of AMS.
And there's a little bit of lap traffic in front of them as we are on board of that number 48 Lowe's, not the 48 Cobalt car driven by Jared. But there's a little bit of lap traffic up there too with that number 7. Maybe that'll come into effect. Oh man, we see that 48 slow down.
Yeah, I had to try to get around the side of the 7 there. And
here comes the 2 car onto the inside.
The 2 benefits out of that one. Lap traffic definitely got in the way in on that one.
And can the 48 do the crossover? No, he can't. He's actually in the wall again.
The 7's really fighting to try to get back into that track position. And honestly, a good strategy. He's not really off the pace. He's keeping up with the leaders. So credit to him, to Tim Morris.
And now we have a battle for that 6th place. That 48 looking to get by that 7 car. There we go. That ticker's just updated for you there. Ooh, 48 gets by the 7. Here comes the other 48.
Whoa, look at that. Just makes a hole and finds it. Wow, what a run by AMS there.
That was awesome.
Through the 2 lap cars, and the 48 and the 7 are not giving up, though. Here they go again to the bottom side.
Holy. Oh, man, it gets tight off of that corner. And remember, if you crash in this race, there are no cautions. You're pretty much dealt, or you have to play with the hand that you're dealt, I should say.
Yeah, you definitely have to fight to get back in this one, which is what these guys right here, Jared Sitterly and Tim Morse Jr. are looking to do right now. Just looking to stay on that lead lap as we come to the 14 car. We're going to go through the field here now and check out the rest of the field. There's Devins Baker in the 14 Mobile 1 car. Holding on to 4th place right now, and there's myself in the 27 whipping around in 5th.
A good recovery, I must say, after crash on lap 1.
Definitely. Honestly, all 7 cars are actually looking really fast out there right now.
And speaking of 7 cars, there's the 48 and there's the 7 behind them. Let's get back to the leader. There's that 28 looking to get that 27. Another, I believe only 1 lap down, actually.
Yes, sir.
There he goes. He gets it done there. Now, about 8 minutes into this race, what do you want to do? Do you want to be on the attack, and do you want to really burn up your stuff, or do you maybe want to log a few laps and wait until maybe 10 minutes left and then start applying some pressure?
Yeah, it's definitely a battle of fuel strategy in this race here. Most cars are going to have to do 1 or 2 stops in this race, depending on strategy. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out for most teams. I think most people would like to try to get away with the 1-stop strategy, but you're going to lose some time having to run a lower fuel mix.
Yes, and there are 6 fuel mixes in this series on this game, Gran Turismo. Fuel mix 6, I'd say it maybe about half to 3/4 of a second slower per lap than fuel mix 1. So
yeah, at this track here, I'm going to say you probably lose about 0.8 of a second per lap, which is a lot.
Yes, especially on a track this short, 15-second laps, and you're losing that much. Definitely not good.
And there's the 27 still trying to work over to get back on that lead lap, and we've lost
27.
Him now. He had in.
Yeah, 27, I believe. He just went pit in.
Yeah,
we go.
27 is going to the pits. So this looks like maybe a two-stop strategy for the 27 here. I mean, maths dictates that it's a 30-minute race. You're going to want to try to do a one-stop around the 15-minute mark, but that 27 car had to burn a lot of fuel to get back into this one, so he's going to have to do a two-stopper.
Well, especially in this race, other than or in this race rather than others, at those road courses, you have some off-throttle time. You have some time that you can maybe gain some fuel, but around here, it's pretty much flat out 100% of the time as we see the 27 exiting the pits. Here we are on board with
the LSBES Airways 27.
A little
look at the
shot
rubber,
of that number
look at the
14
marbles
car.
that have built up in the corner already.
Look at some of the tire marks on the corner. You can see some ill-handling race cars, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are on board with myself. Oh, wow. Oh, 28 car in.
He's the leader of Kyle Robeson pitting down that 28 car.
And now that 2 car will inherit the lead. And we have the 48 Cobalt in as well, Jared Sidley.
Tim Morse Jr. up to 3rd. That's the best run in his race so far. Let's see how that works out for him when the pit cycle's through.
The 2 car really pulled away from that 48 car as the 14 car comes into the pits. The 2 car really pulled away from that 48. I'm wondering if that 48's maybe saving some, or if that 2 car is maybe pushing it a bit too much.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I'm going to say AMS is probably going to try to stretch that 15-minute mark, but I just don't know how possible it is in this race unless you've run mixed 6 most of it, which I doubt he has considering how competitive he's been. And yeah, likewise, the 2 car maybe pushing the fuel a little far in this one.
Here we are, stuck on that 2 car. The Rusty Wallace throwback. Rusty Wallace, obviously it was chosen at this track because Wallace, one of the best at Bristol, and this track pretty much, I mean, I don't want to say identical because it's asphalt and a hell of a lot wider, but definitely taking some inspiration from the Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
As we get
cars just look great.
Oh yeah, that 2 car, man, she's beautiful. Oh man,
as we say that,
yeah, she's not gonna
look.
Yeah, she's not gonna look too beautiful. The side a little scuffed up there. There's that 48. Number
Tim
7 in the
loose
wall,
coming
too.
off of 2.
Oh, as we see the leader go in, and we see the 2nd place car come in, the 2 and the 48.
Yes, sir.
And that 28 looking to inherit the lead again, and I mean, I imagine he should. He was outclassing the top, or 2 of the top 3, I should say.
Yes.
And that 7 car hole. Oh, wow, he just chopped the nose off of that 48 Cobalt car.
And it appears everything is cycled through as of right now. Tim Morse, I believe, is the only one that hasn't pitted yet. He's still holding on to 2nd place. Makes you think when he's got to go in there, he scrapes the wall coming off 2.
And a big battle for 5th right there between the 48, 27, and 14.
The 14 really trying to get by with fresher tires.
And there we go. The 28 inherits the lead
cycles
again.
back into the lead, yeah.
Now, that number 7, well, number 9, if you just joined us or just paying attention, that number 9 actually should be the number 7, put the wrong decals on. He is in pit road. Oh man, he made it 12 and a half minutes. That'll be a far stretch to get to that 30-minute mark.
Yeah, I'm doubtful he's going to try to save fuel to make the 30-minute mark. I think the time that he lost there is not worth the strategy he tried out, but hey, you never know.
27 ahead of that 48 Cobalt and the 14 now. 48 Cobalt, just a little bit of lag on his end.
So we've cycled through pit stop number 1 here, 13 minutes into the first race of the Little Shitbox Enduro Series. Kyle Robeson leading this one, Braden Fletcher holding 2nd, AMS Sessions 3rd, Chase LeBoyers 4th, Jared Sidley 5th, Devins Baker 6th, and Tim Morse Jr. holding 7th.
That 28, he's been really just on it from the offset. He's led every lap except for after he went into pit road. I gotta be thinking he might be thinking fuel strategy here. Oh wow, as he gets into the wall. So maybe I'm not right there, but he's got to be thinking fuel strategy and how he can make it to the end.
Yeah, a lot of Northern Isle stripes happening here tonight. I think every car has had their right side taken off by that turn 2 or turn 4 wall.
Well, sadly, you had your right side taken off on lap one.
Yeah.
That's the risk of racing hard here early in the Little Shitbox Enduro Series. The LSBES, as you can see in the top left.
Yeah, first race of the year, the mentality on that one was get a lap led, get yourself that bonus point, and I think I missed out on it by about a half a car length, spun out, and it ended up costing me a lot of time in this race.
And for anybody wondering what the points look like in this, it's 1 point for a lap led, 1 point for the fastest lap. That's why you can see it in the top right-hand corner, and 16 points for winning, 15th for second, 13th for third. No, 14th for third, 13th for fifth, fourth. There you go. Holy cow!
And so on.
Yeah, and then so on, and so forth. It might take me all half an hour to explain the points.
And here we cut back to the
going by it.
Yeah, the 14 still holding position there in 6, trying to get back into this one as well. The cars are so spread out at this point now. And really, the tough thing I said earlier in this track earlier in this race, that this track offers some close racing when you're close together. But once you get out in clean air, it's hard to catch people.
Yeah, you have to be fairly consistent to be good here. But one small mess up and you lost probably 2 or 3 tenths. It'll take 4 or 5 laps to get back.
Yes.
No get out of jail free cards for sure.
You're really hoping to run a clean race and hope the guy in front of you makes a mistake. That's the name of the game here in Northern Isle. As you see Tim Morse trying to get back on the lead lap.
That 28, he's just had a dominant car today. Look how far he is out in front of that number 2 and that number 48 Lowe's.
Man, he takes it right up to that wall too.
And arcs it right down pretty much in the center of the corner.
Yeah, it's a really good line through here.
I would say he diamonds it, but I don't exactly know what you call this.
It is ballsy when you got the amount of marbles that have built up on that racetrack to try to get up that close to the wall.
Oh,
these cars just
fourth
have
right
that
in front of us.
Low enough body weight that they can do it. A little scrape by the 2.7 there coming off. There's a good view of the marbles there.
48 to the inside, 27 just gives him a little bump on the rear bumper.
That's a good little battle here for fourth.
And that 2 car is saying, "Hey guys, I need to get to the leader here, but I mean,
2.7 in the wall."
But you can't really do that when you're lapping people because they're in a battle just as much as you are. So you can't really ask too much of them and not ask anything of yourself. Oh,
yes, sir. Oh, 2.7 goes in deep on that corner. He's really driving that car really hard right now. As there's Devins Baker coming in the background looking to join into this to make it a 3-car battle for fourth. So not a lot of action up front in this one, but we got some action lower back in the field.
2 car trying to get by that 48, but that 48 really not giving anything. Oh, he's jumping all over the track.
He is loose. Wow.
Is his favorite band the Rolling Stones? Because he's jumping Jack Flash right now as they come on a turn. Yeah.
There's 2.7.
Send all your hate mail too.
Yeah. 2.7 making a move on the 2 car again here.
That 2 car trying to get. Ooh, that's actually really
that's a really nice run by the 2 car there, and he got him.
That's really going to help the 2.7.
Wow,
that
and there goes the 2.7. Yeah, 48 trying to run that low line, and he's going to get passed twice on the top side here.
And maybe 3 times if that 14 car can have anything to do with it.
I wonder if that was more a case of the slipstream of the 2 working together, or is the 48 fuel saving?
Oh, that could be. And as we see that lap, the 15.797 still being held up. Oh, 27 goes in the pits and that 48 goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, some contact made between the 14 and 48.
27 pitting again. That is his second stop, and we still got 12 minutes left in this race.
That should be the last stop, or at least I would hope for for your sake, I should say.
You would think. Like I said, though, these cars do guzzle fuel here because you're on the gas constantly. There's the 14 working over the 40.
And you're running the high line, too. You're not even running the shortest way around the track.
Top line is the faster line on this track, contrary to what you would think, and contrary to what science would say.
48 car in the lead?
48
or not in the lead, into the pits, I should say. Sorry. I'm doing my best for Rick Allen there.
Yeah. I know your name. Back out to the 2 car. Braden Fletcher holding P2 still. AMS still holding into P3. So the top 3, not a lot of action going on there, but definitely those back 4 having one hell of a battle here in Northern Isle today, as we got 11 minutes left in this one.
As we see the 48 low or 48 Cobalt coming out of the pits. That's Jared Sidley. Ooh, we see Chase. You're trying to get your lap back.
The Bear's trying to get one of his laps back, and he will there. No real deal for Kyle Robeson to race him on that one. He's holding a bit of a lead right now. No point in trying to get in a race with the lap car. That being said, he's going to try to go after him again.
Yeah, but those fresh tires, especially in the middle of the corner, they definitely pay dividends.
The grip up top is definitely going to pay off.
As we see our second place car of NASCAR Fan 624, that would be myself. And we go back to leader, big gap between those two. That 28, he's really pulled out a lead, and he really deserves it too, because he's had a pretty clean race thus far, other than that incident on lap 1. Getting into the 27.
Yeah, 27 is opening up a bit of lead here now on LeBerge.
As you can see, those tires just absolutely, he's basically eating his lunch. Got half a straightaway on him in 2 or 3 laps.
And that's definitely part of the strategy there, where Robeson and AMS and Fletcher are laughing, as they don't have to race hard, but someone like the 27 of LeBerge, who got in that early incident, has got to drive his ass off to try to stay in this one. And look, he's already had 2 pit stops because of it.
And that 14 trying to drive his ass off to catch that 48, maybe get himself on the podium.
Yeah, Devins has had himself a pretty quiet day back there so far. Another incident early on. Other than that, has been driving well and staying competitive in this one, holding on to P5 currently.
And an incident that he didn't really have all that much to do with. It was more that number 7 and that 48, but he was just an innocent bystander.
Innocent bystander, exactly.
And that's exactly what you get around here.
Yeah, not really a lot of places to pass on this track. There is 3 lines, but it is hard to move up and down the track, especially in the corner.
And the 28 car in the pits, as we see that number 48 move to second there. We see that 2 car right in front of him. Is that 2 car maybe? Is that? Oh wow, yeah, that. It's looking like pimp my ride with all the fucking shocks on it. There we see the 48, the 14, the 28 just coming out of the pits now. He's shaking his car, trying to warm up those tires, because full tires around here, contrary to popular belief, suck.
Yes. Yeah, that's another big battle here. You pit, a lot of people would say, okay, you're in the pit for maybe 30 seconds, you come out and you're fine, you get back to the speed, but it takes you at least 3 or 4 laps to get those tires warmed up enough, if not more, just to get back up to a good race pace.
On board here with our second place car, AMS, and he has a nice battle right in front of him, but you see that 2 car, he's coming in ever so closer. Is he trying to save fuel to maybe make it to the end?
And Sitterly working over 5th place here. Tim Morse not giving up that position easily, though. He's holding that position really well right now. Oh, he slides up, though, and Sitterly's going to take P5. And AMS is getting a hell of a view same with the audience at home right now.
Yeah, he's just praying, don't bin it in front of me.
Gotta love those bumper cams here in the LSBES series.
Never have to be replaced, thankfully, because that would be expensive. As he gets around that 7 car, that 28 into the wall. On the exit of 4, I mean, it seems that most cars are into the wall on exit off of 4. As quick as I say that, we see the 14, there's the 48, and there's the 9. It's 27 who just pitted, and that 2 car, he's getting reeled in by that 48, definitely.
And Robeson in the 28, a few laps to go pitting there. His second stop of the race, so he should be good to the end, pending any disasters. He's holding P3 right now, should cycle back into that lead after pit stops.
And you've got 6 minutes and 45 seconds now. Now might be the time to turn it loose, but it doesn't look like that 2 car is really doing it. Looks like that 48 car is going to try and turn it a bit more loose, because he's really catching up to him.
Yeah, this is definitely a strategy between the driver and the pit crew at this point, as we see
48
the
Cobalt
48 Cobalt coming into Jared Sitterly. You definitely got to be talking with your crew chief here, thinking the amount of time left, and you're calculating the fuel that's in the car. How hard can you drive this car right now? That's a hard decision to do when you're the driver, especially out there trying to think this over when you're trying to hold a car around a track like this.
Yeah, this definitely isn't the easiest track. I mean, oval racing has a different discipline than road courses, of course, but there's a lot of math and a lot of guesswork going in here, too.
Yeah, personally, I find something like a Northern Isle here at an oval race can almost be a bit monotonous at times. You definitely get into a funk that you really can make mistakes easily just because you're looking at the same thing every single lap, every single corner for that matter. It can be easy to make mistakes and screw up here, and a screw up, a little
to the
one,
inside,
can mean a lot in a
new
race
leader.
like this. And we see, 48 take over the 2 car there. 2 car, you think maybe on some fuel saving right now?
I would imagine so. And look, he just ran the inside of that corner, so he might be trying to just cut down feet off of the lap every lap, and that could end up paying big for him. But that 28, man, he's roaring after these.
I was going to say, Robeson is back in this one. It's not even going to have to cycle through on the pit stop. He's going to catch him before it even gets to that point.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left and about half the track, and he's absolutely flying as we see a battle for 5th there. I guess we're not going to stay with it. We're going to stay with the battle for the lead. And that 48 just pulling away a little bit from that 2, but that 2 maybe wanting some of the toe off that 48.
Yeah, these 2 working together here might not be the worst thing. I think you want to hold this position right here for another couple minutes if you can. Try to put out a lead on that 28 car.
And there's that 28. He's got a couple lapped cars in front of him. Shouldn't impede his progress too much. These 2 would absolutely love for that 28 to have his progress impeded, though.
Yeah, and to add to the point I was making earlier, they, you'd like to stay in a position like this right now, and they have for the last few laps, but at the same time, these 2 are very competitive drivers. And do you really want to be running behind a guy?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily favor running in second over running in first, but if you have to save, you have to save. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't prefer running second as we see the 7 car come back out from his pit stop.
There's the 14 still holding into P4 right now. Baker's really had a great race in this one, recovering, holding damn near a podium spot. Solid top 5 finish for him. In the looks right now, 4 minutes out.
2 car
having to come in. Wow, and that is huge.
That is.
As there goes AMS's drafting help, and it's looking like the 28 might be able to reel him in, and here he comes on the 27 right now.
That's 3.5 minutes. Yeah, that's around what, 14 laps. That's a bit too much to save there for that number 2 car.
Yeah, I think AMS is going to have to pit here one more time. I don't think he can save enough fuel to stretch her another 3 minutes.
Here comes that number 28, just reeling that number 48 lows in.
Yeah, Robeson is driving the hell out of that car right now.
This is going to be a good finish. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes may not sound like a long time, but it feels like an eternity if you're trying to save fuel and somebody's chasing you down.
Yes, sir. You think a track somewhere like Spa or Le Mans, 3 minutes is less than a lap. Here, that is 12 laps around this track. That is a lot of time.
See that 7 and the 48 get together off of turn 4. That slowed him down just a little bit. Anything that 28, anything that 48 was trying to build up against that 28, definitely gone. That 28 is there, as you can see him in that rear view mirror there.
Cue the Jaws music. He is reeling him in right now in that 28 car.
We've got coming up ever so close to 2 minutes left, but here comes that 28. We are on board. Now we see that 28. Yeah, you definitely hear that Jaws music, and if you're that 48, you kind of feel helpless right now because what are you going to do? You can't really defend somebody who's that much quicker.
Yes. Fresher tires too. I believe AMS has not pitted since lap probably around the 12-minute mark, 13-minute mark. I think he's only done a 1-stop, trying to stretch it to the end here. Maybe he's content with the podium because there goes the 28 right there.
28, yeah, 28 back to the lead, man.
Wow, what a great drive for Robeson in this one.
About 90 seconds left, and that 28 just takes the lead. Not really that much protest from that 48. I assume that 48 maybe just trying to lock up that second spot and try and stretch it. Oh, 48 into the pits.
48 had to pit. Knew it was coming, thought he could stretch it, just couldn't. Came up a minute and 15 seconds short.
So that 48 may be in jeopardy of losing that second spot in the 2 car, but that 28, he's just laughing all the way to the bank now.
Yeah, he can not coast home at this point, but here comes the 48 out of the pits. There's the 2.
Oh, there's the 2. Oh, wow, there's almost half a lap of separation there.
The 48 safely could take and hold that position. Just took a splash and dash on that stop. 2 car looking pretty safe to hang on to 3rd right now. And
there's that 48.
Garrett Sitterly, actually, where did he find 4th place there, passing Devins Baker and Chase LaBerge?
I imagine both of those cars, well, we are getting reports that 27's really stretching it close on fuel.
Yes.
But I imagine that 14 car also pitted as well. All right, about 2 more laps left for that number 28 car.
Yeah, apparently the 27 has been fuel saving this entire last 5 minutes. Hoping he can stretch it to the end here. He's got 15 seconds to go worth of fuel.
And here
all he
go.
has to do is just make her around a couple more times. And Robeson's out of fuel.
Oh, the 28's out. The 48. Here comes the 48 lows coming off of turn 4. Will he
27's out.
The 48 just crossed. The 48 crossed the line right after it hit 30, so that 28's gonna win.
Oh no.
Here we are, side by side, the 14, the 2.
There's the 27 limping home as the 7's going to go past him now. Oh, no.
The fastest man on the racetrack is going to come off a turn.
Around the apron, here he comes.
He got passed
and
by the 48.
even passes him after the 30-minute mark. Oh, no.
And the 28.
Robeson's going to win.
Oh, here we go with the points. The 28, the 48, and the 2, all with the podium. All led a lap. The 28, obviously, with the fastest lap of that 7:97, I believe. And he gets those 2 bonus points. 48 and 2 also get bonus points for lap led. And then 4th through 7th get where they finished. And Chase, we only have a few seconds left. Final thoughts.
It was an exciting first race for the LSBES here. I think I couldn't have asked for a better debut race. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It was a lot of fun, and I hope the fans will stay around for the next 9 races. It should be an exciting series going forward.
For myself, for everybody here at LSBES TV, for Kyle Robeson, the winner, we'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Keep your tires on the ground.